My family, my 1-year-old baby, we're facing homelessness and we've got nowhere to go. I want to know, is the government going to cut immigration to match housing availability, or are we just going to keep going until every regular working Australian is homeless?
Australia's always been a country of immigrants, but the record numbers we've had since COVID, with more than 1 million people coming in, have put huge pressure on housing in particular. And now it's become an election issue, with both parties promising to bring down immigration. But what you hear from many people is they still don't feel like the politicians are listening to them.
As far as I see it, the government's job is to manage the country. It doesn't seem all that complicated to me, like that surely they know how many people, how many houses, and they should be able to set limits based on what we have available. We keep getting, we've built this many houses, we've built that many houses, so then surely they know that there's this many houses and only this many people can fit in them.
Australia has added roughly 2 Canberras worth of new people since COVID, putting huge strain on rental markets in our capital cities. We're not building nearly enough homes to keep up, and Labor expects another 1.8 million people over the next 5 years.
You don't need a study to know that if 300,000 people are already homeless, that bringing 200,000 more people in is a bad idea. Obviously, those people need to sleep somewhere. So it's 100% going to affect people that live in the country. Some of them might maybe need to come back down to earth and see what it's like for us. I'd be happy to walk around the neighbourhood and show them all the homeless elderly women living in cars.
Opinion polls show more and more Australians support slowing immigration. This Scanlon Foundation survey found around half of respondents felt the numbers were too high, even if it's not their top concern.
For a lot of people, like immigration, so what? Does it unnecessarily impact significantly on their lives? Does it make their lives better, etc., etc.? So I think it's the sort of question where you're never going to get 80% of people saying it's wonderful. I'm more interested to look at some other questions, like, for example, is immigration good for the economy? And you're getting a large number of people saying yes, it is. And the people who think we should restrict immigration on the basis of race or religion or ethnicity, those sort of questions, that's a very small proportion. The broad picture is that immigration might be a 50-50 issue. One of the things I particularly look for is there indication of heightened hostility, and there isn't much evidence of that.
But many young Australians say they're worried about their future.
The major concerns for me obviously are housing. Homelessness is rising across Australia, but it's not even just homelessness, it's quality of life. If your rent is going up faster than you can afford it, you're forced into worse living situations. This is a standards of living issue. This brings with it all sorts of second order consequences. If we're growing our population by 500,000 people, 700,000 people a year, but we're not growing our roads, we're not growing our hospital services, we're not growing our housing market, then they're all going to be under immense strain. So what we're seeing is a rapid deterioration of living standards in Australia, in my opinion.